What we're going to do in this class is go through my seminar material that I cover all over the world as I travel and speak. But we're going to go through at a snail's pace and chase every rabbit, kick every dog. You know, any questions, fair game. Stop me right in the middle and say, wait, can you explain that, okay? Or if you know what some of the skeptics are saying. There's nearly 2,000 now anti-Hovind websites, okay? They are all claiming all kinds of things about me. It's really funny to read some of them. But I want to defend my position, okay? I do take the position that the Bible is literally true and scientifically accurate. God made the world in 6 days about 6,000 years ago. It is not billions of years old, and we'll be defending all the questions that brings up throughout the course of the next who knows how long this class is going to take. We appreciate you coming tonight. Well, if you're listening by videotape or DVD and want to ask questions, I do a daily radio program Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 6, hour and a half, Central Time. It's called the Creation Science Hour and a Half. I can't think of a better name for it, so because that's how long it is. But anybody can call in with questions or comments, and we get some really hostile callers from time to time. So you're welcome to do that. You can listen in on our website, drdino.com, or on the truthradio.com website. Either one will get you to our radio program.
I believe we have Jared on the phone. Hello, somebody on the phone here.
Yes, Kent, Jared, your biggest fan.
Oh, wonderful. No, I got a guy that's about 7'4" that loves my ministry. He's my biggest fan. Go ahead, Jared.
7'4" what?
I think he's 7'4", loves my ministry. So.
Oh, I'm 6'4". Okay.
Okay, well he's bigger than you then. But go ahead, Jared. How can
yeah, that's true. Okay, so again, it's like every day I get more and more and more things that I want to talk with you about. For a while, I was afraid that we were going to run out of topics, but that's not the case. Let's just jump right in here. What do you say about Cytochrome C?
I'm in favor of it.
You're in favor of it? You like it?
I think everybody ought to have some.
That's cool. So do you still maintain your position about Cytochrome C?
The quote that I read years ago in my seminar was from somebody else who said the Cytochrome C similarities between, I believe it was sunflowers and humans, was closest. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I've not used that quote in years. It is in the old seminar material, but that was, I just simply quoted what somebody else had said, and I referenced it right at the bottom of the page. I mean, just about everything I do is referenced. You have to admit that.
That is true. So you no longer maintain that position?
I haven't mentioned that in years. I don't know.
Well, the reason I know about this is because I heard you say it on one of your seminar tapes, I thought.
Yeah, you might want to, the very first slide of the tape should show the date the seminar was done. And it is true that there are people who said that and have it in print, and,
No doubt.
But whether what they said was true or not, I don't know. But it was used for one or two versions of my seminar, and we've retaped the thing 20 times. So I would say that comparing Cytochrome C of all kinds of different animals would not prove anything for evolution. Even if you found some kind of predictable pattern, what would that prove?
Well, it would show it might show evidence of common descent, if that's what you're getting at.
It couldn't show a common ancestor. It couldn't show a common creator, I mean.
Let's talk about that a little bit. So what you used to say, I mean, you're admitting this is totally wrong then?
I don't know that it's totally wrong.
It is totally wrong. The Cytochrome C between chimps and humans is identical. I have a graph right in front of me of Cytochrome C comparisons. It's 104 amino acids, and it shows chimps, rhesus monkeys, whale, turtle, bullfrog, etc. And it shows you this matrix of commonality between these different species, and humans and chimps are identical. If you go down to, like, rhesus monkey, there's one difference. If you go down to whale, there's, 10 differences. It actually fits the evolutionary prediction perfectly. So.
And so you consider that evidence for evolution?
Sure, yeah. I mean, it corroborates the theory. It definitely doesn't cause a problem for it.
Does it cause a problem for creationists that says these things have a common designer, and therefore there's likely to be some similarities, like Honda Accord and Honda Prelude have similarities for the same reason?
I think Martin pretty much countered you about this before. Whenever you said that the similarities between a human and a chimp can indicate common designer, he asked you, okay, does that mean that humans and sponges have a different designer?
I think they're designed for different environments.
Well, what is your criteria for figuring out when something has a common designer with something else?
Well, if you're digging through a gravel pile and you found an arrowhead, you would instantly recognize this is not a naturally occurring rock.
Probably not.
This had a designer. And if you find an arrowhead considered to be a Clovis point, and you find another similarly designed arrowhead in another gravel pile 300 miles away, you would conclude, oh, wow, these people are migrating I mean, that's precisely how anthropology works. So finding similarities of design in their stone implements, or in their pottery, or in their fabrics of their clothing, or in their housing styles, whether they do a hogan or a teepee or whatever, that is exactly what anthropology precisely relies on.
Yeah, but anthropology is starting from the standpoint. I mean, it starts from the obvious fact that these things do have common origins within like a singular group of people or something.
But how do
we
you
already know that there's design there. It's kind of like it's the reason why your argument about if you go in the forest and you find a painting that you assume there's a painter. As people have pointed out, that's because we know how paintings happen. The whole problem with doing this when it comes to biology is that we don't know where species come from a priori. It's not obvious.
Okay, suppose we went through the woods and we found something totally unique, never seen on planet Earth before.
Like what?
Pick a Star Trek object, okay?
Like a phaser or something?
Yeah, we find a taser or a phaser hanging on a tree. And we look around, there's none of these on Earth. They don't exist. Well, wow. You would still conclude there's a designer.
I would conclude there's a designer in that case because it looks intelligently designed.
Wow, you're getting it. You're starting to get it.
Oh, no.
And you don't think the human body looks intelligently designed?
Nope, and I can give you 15 reasons why right off the top of my head.
Oh, let me hear.
I realized this when I was a child, Kent. When I was in 3rd grade and I was learning about anatomy for the first time, I kept going like, wait a minute, why is this like so screwed up? Okay, for instance, why is it the case that we can't consciously control our metabolism?
If you had to consciously control your metabolism, most people wouldn't make it.
Well, here's what I mean. Whenever you breathe, I think it's the limbic system, but I might be wrong. It controls your breathing, right?
I don't recall which system, but you're right. It's a real complex system.
Well, it's more primitive than the neocortex.
Controlling the breathing?
It's toward the back of the brain. It's very primitive, and it's found in pretty much all vertebrates, right?
Well, nearly all vertebrates breathe.
Right.
Okay. Common designer.
But here's the thing. So you breathe unconsciously most of the time, but whenever you choose to breathe consciously, you can.
Correct.
So you can control it in a very fine way when it's necessary for your survival. If you need to hold your breath for some reason, you can do that. Okay.
Well, I know where this is going, but let me point out there have been people in countries like Hindus and stuff who claim they can control their metabolism and control even their heartbeat. And Ripley's, believe it or not, has numerous examples where they went analyzed people and said, man, they really can.
Okay, well, that's a separate issue. But even if they could, it would take extensive training. Why is it not just an inherent ability? Why didn't God give us the ability to control our metabolism?
Maybe it's unnecessary, or maybe we should not be in control of it.
Well,
no, come on.
If people are doing it, then it is an ability. It's an ability for me to paint the Sistine Chapels. That's an ability. I'd have to work at it, but it's an ability. It's within my potential. So just because I can't do it doesn't mean we don't have that ability.
If a few humans have done it, then probably any human could do it if they worked at it.
Why shouldn't God just give us the ability right away?
Well, why shouldn't God just give us the ability to form an armored plate helmet around our head whenever we're about to fly off a car or something like that?
And why would that be? Why would that be evidence for evolution?
Completely ridiculous with this. Why didn't God give us a RoboCop body? Why didn't God give us rocket boosters in our butt so we could fly around the world?
Why not?
Why not? It's
What's
completely
the purpose
ridiculous.
of human beings? I mean, you're saying it's designed for a purpose. What's the purpose?
Please God.
Please God?
Of course, that's what it says. We're here to please Him.
So everything about our bodies is designed to please God?
I think we're designed to glorify God, but we can do whatever we want. We've got free will.
Yeah, we're commanded to glorify God in our bodies.
And also keep in fact that we're in a fallen state, too. So your hangnail is not designed to please God.
If the purpose of human beings is to please God, we could all be brains and tanks. We don't need to have physical bodies that can move around and do things.
We could have been. If we were brains in tanks, well, it's not a genuine pleasing. Then it's not a genuine affection thing.
Why? Isn't it a
wait.
mental process?
Jared's missing the bigger point, though.
Yeah.
Arguing from a lack of understanding of why something is designed a certain way, like why did they design the Porsche one year where you had to jack up the engine to change the spark plugs? You know,
humans are fallible.
Okay, so you're saying that the human body is poorly designed because we cannot control our metabolism at will.
No, I'm just saying to be nice. You know, this is why a lot of people get fat, is because they can't control their metabolism. That seems pretty detrimental to that person.
Well, a lot of people...
So you're blaming God that people are fat?
Absolutely.